Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
But there are only 7 participants. What about others? Why don't they join? Okay, Chintu has joined. Aman, Ankita, Chintu, Mamta, Abid, Preeti, and Punit. Okay. I have given notification already. I don't know. Why don't they join? Whatever. Let's continue our class. Today we are going to discuss about technical proposal. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then let's continue. So, today our topic is technical proposal. We are going to discuss about what is a proposal and about the structure of a proposal, different types of proposal, and I will also provide you a sample copy of technical proposal. It will help you to get a clear idea about technical proposal, how to write and all. Okay, then let's start. What is a technical proposal? Actually, proposals are written offers to solve a technical problem or to undertake a project of practical or theoretical manner. Proposals are to review and improve existing products and services to meet the ever increasing and complex requirements of today's highly competitive business environment. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay. Okay, so example, right? uh, suppose suppose our government wish to buy some products from other organizations, so they have given advertisement. That means they are inviting proposals, right? Our government here is inviting proposals because our government wish to purchase or buy some services or products, suppose for constructing bridges or dams, or something. So our um, government is inviting proposals, and and if other organizations are interested to accept um, the proposal, then they will submit a proposal that yes, they are interested, and finally our government will pick up the uh, the final one which they wish to choose. Okay, that means in this case, the example I have told you, in this case our government is inviting proposals. These are called invited proposals and solicited proposals. Okay, there is another kind of proposals. This is called unsolicited proposals or uninvited proposals. What is this? uh, in an unsolicited proposals, what happen? In a unsolicited proposals, actually a particular organization suggests how they can provide some service. Okay, so there is no invitation, there will be no advertisement on all, just they want to propose their idea, or they want to propose to undertake any project. Okay, how they can provide better service. So in this way they are proposing something, but there is no invitation, no other organization is inviting them. They are willingly uh, yes, they are willingly give their proposal. So this is called unsolicited proposals. There is no invitation and all, there is no advertisement also, but the organization proposes here their idea, to other organization. Okay, this is called unsolicited and solicited, I have told you. So just remember that proposals are written offers. Okay, there is a structure. While writing proposals, you have to follow that particular structure, and the the proposal may be regarding a project or some ideas and all. What you are proposing, your idea or project. Okay. Let's move on. So now you have some idea regarding technical proposals. What is a technical proposal? But what is the importance of technical proposal? Why should we write technical proposal? Proposals help to invite other companies or industries for strategic alliances, joint ventures, acquisitions, and mergers. Proposals enhance productivity and improve performance. Proposals also serve as an indicator of the progress of a company's organization. Proposals help in creating new methods and procedures, opening new dimensions of concepts. Well, suppose any organization or company or industry wants to make strategic alliances or any kind of joint ventures with other organizations. In that case, also they can offer some proposals to that organizations with whom they want to make strategic alliances or any kind of joint ventures. So that's why proposals are important. Proposals also serve as an indicator of the progress of a company or organization, because while writing proposals you will have to analyze details of the services you want to provide, a cost estimate, technical section, management section, uh, complete and specific information you have to provide. And while analyzing that, it will also indicate the progress of your organization, right? So that's why it serves as an indicator of the progress of any organizations. Okay. And third one, that is proposals help in creating new methods and procedures. Of course, if you have any new idea or any when you are proposing something, that means you have something new idea or any procedures. So that's why you want to propose your idea or you want to undertake any project. So in this way, proposals help in opening new dimensions of concepts. Okay. Now, types of proposals. Okay. So, types of proposals we have discussed. Um, okay, I would like to tell you again. Solicited, there are two types of proposals: solicited proposals and unsolicited proposals. Solicited proposals are drafted in response to an advertisement or demand from an authority or agency. As I have told you the example, suppose our government wish to buy any our government wish to buy any products or services to construct some bridges or dams, etc. So, and then if our government has published any advertisement, and then the interested organizations will submit their proposals. This is called solicited proposals, because this is invited proposals. Here our government is inviting proposals from others. Okay. And in unsolicited proposal, there is no advertisement. Okay, here the proposals are drafted to a particular organization suggesting how they can provide some service or develop a product in exchange for funding or some other consideration. So in an yeah, regarding unsolicited proposal, we can say that here some organization can provide or suggests some ideas. Okay. Next, we will discuss about structure. But before that, tell me, do you have any confusion regarding whatever we have discussed till now? We have discussed about what is a proposal, the importance of proposal, and difference between solicited and unsolicited proposals. Now, do you have any confusion? Akash, Aman, Ankita, Mamta, Abit, Priti, Puneet, Sumitra. Do you have any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then let's continue. Okay. Now, the structure. Oh, here, yes. Before moving forward, I would like to tell you the difference between a technical proposal and a technical report. Technical proposal and technical report both are in your syllabus, so we have to discuss about technical proposal and technical report also. Now, what's the difference between a technical proposal and a technical report? There is difference regarding the regarding structure, format. I mean, there is a difference, but what's the basic difference? Actually, technical proposal identifies a particular need, explains it thoroughly, and recommends how this need can best be met. That means, you know, a technical proposal is particularly identifies a need. Whenever suppose you want to suggest some new ideas and all, then you can write proposal. So there is a particular need while writing technical proposal. But technical report is written to identify a specific problem, explain it, and recommend the action that will lead to a solution. So, report is regarding a specific problem, then you have to explain it, and you have to also recommend some actions that will lead to a solution. And proposal identifies a particular need. Okay, you have to explain it thoroughly, that particular need, and you can recommend the solution also. Okay, and in technical report it only highlights the reasons based on the interpretation of data and make recommendations. That means, as technical report is regarding a specific problem, then while writing technical reports you have to highlight the reasons of those problems, and then you have to interpret, you have to provide some data, and then you have to interpret on the basis of that data, and finally you can make recommendations. While writing technical proposals, as you are going while writing technical proposal, as you are going to suggest some ideas, so in that case also you have to suggest the execution of that idea. You have ideas and planning, and you are going to propose that idea or plan, then you have to also recommend the execution of that plan or idea. Okay, the cost budget and everything you have to mention while writing technical proposal. Okay, now structure. Okay, now we are going to discuss about structure of a technical proposal, how you can write. The screen is visible to all of you? Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Here you can see a sample proposal. I will provide some more samples. Okay, in the group also, and in the in the Google Classroom also. Here you can see a a sample of technical proposal. Now, first part is title page. Hmm. This is the title page of a technical proposal. What should you write while uh, while writing a technical proposal? That means in the title page, what are the things that you should write? Well, uh, you have to remember that title page, while writing a technical proposal, the title page serves as a cover page, right? So you have to prepare the title page in such a way so that it creates a good impact on the reader, because this is the cover page. And what are the information that you can provide while writing the title page? The title of the proposal, here you can see it is written a proposal to seek loan for.
यार ये सारा सामान मेरा, वो तो हम पहले से बोले हैं कि मेरा। इतना खुश, इतनी खुशी, वाह, गेंदा फूल कहाँ से गिर रहा है बे?
Okay. So, here you can see in the title page, first you have to write the title of the proposal. In the sample proposal, you can see a proposal to seek loan, right? A proposal to seek a loan for establishing the agricultural tool manufacturing unit submitted to, then the name of the person, and submitted by the name of the person, designation also. So, what are the information that we should provide while writing title page? Title of the proposal, name of the organization for which it has been prepared, the proposer's name and designation, the name of the organization to which the proposer belongs, and the month of and the year when the proposal is being submitted. So these are the things you should write down while writing the title page of the proposal. These are the required information you have to provide. Okay. Mm. So the title page done. Now proposal summary. All of you listen to me attentively, because I will, after completing our discussion, I will give you some task. That means you have to write down some technical proposal. I will tell you the topic and you have to write down technical proposal. So listen to me attentively, because we are here discussing about the structure of technical proposal, so you will get some idea how to write a technical proposal. Title page we have discussed. Now proposal summary. Proposal summary or executive summary, it is also called executive summary. So executive summary provides a brief background, purpose of your proposal, why you are writing this proposal, scope, methodology, the significance of the project or idea that you are proposing. So everything will be there in the executive summary section. That means it is, what can I say? It will cover your whole proposal, but very briefly. That's why it is called executive summary. You all know what is a summary, right? So it will cover all the points like background, purpose, methodology, significance, and all, but very briefly. Okay, and you can go through the sample copy. The project here, the proposal is to seek a loan for establishing an agricultural tool manufacturing unit, and here you can see the subject here written, the type of loan or total cost, loaner, the designation and all. So here it is about the whole proposal, right? But very briefly. That's why it is called proposal summary. There will be very brief points about your proposal. Okay, so after executive summary, next is table of contents. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's continue. Table of contents. Next part is table of contents. You all know how to write table of contents. There is nothing to explain, right? So there will be yes, there you can write down the name of the chapters, like background, origin of proposal, and objective. And then suppose the organization wants to know about your um, cost estimate. Okay, and if in the table of content section you can write down in the cost estimate section, what are the things you have explained in the cost estimate section, then the organization can see directly and go to the cost estimate section. So in the table of contents you can write down here all the things you are going to discuss in detail, the topic you have to mention here, not the chapters, actually the topics you have to write down. Okay, So I repeat again, first is title page, then executive summary, then table of contents, then introduction. Okay. In introduction section, you should specify what your proposal intends to do. That means the purpose of your proposal. You can mention here in the introduction part. And you can bring into view the positive highlights of your proposal and your idea that you are proposing, and the recommended solution also you can mention here. And you can also write down about successful implementation of your idea, okay, that you can complete within a specific amount, within a specific amount of time. So you can write down here in the introduction part. The introduction part should also be very specific, and you have to provide complete information about your proposal. Because when the organization you are proposing, when they will go through your proposal, and in the introduction part, when they will go through your introduction part, they should they should get clear idea about your proposal, about the purpose of your proposal, the need of your proposal, and about the planning of your proposal. So you have to provide complete and specific information. If the picture is not clear here, if you can't see it properly, you can go through the picture I have provided in the group also. Little bit hazy, I think. Okay. So introduction done. Now technical section. Hmm. So in the technical section, you can explain here different technical terms, the methods you are going to follow, and you can write down about the materials, equipment, machines, okay, that you wish to use while carrying out the proposed task. So you can write down here in the technical section. Okay. Now after technical section, there is a management section. Now, what to write down in management section? In the management section, you can highlight the credentials of the people who are involved or likely to be involved while you are going to implement your proposed idea. Okay, so you have to mainly highlight the credentials of the people who are involved in your proposal or likely to be involved, obviously, because you are proposing something that are not implemented yet. You can also write down here the academic and technical knowledge of the people involved or likely to be involved. And you can also mention their experience if they if they ever have any experience, then you can write down here their expertise in the relevant field. So in the technical section you can write down about regarding technical fields, technical terms and all. uh, and in management section you can write down about the credentials of the people who are likely to be involved in your um, proposal. Okay, then you can mention execution plan. In the execution plan section, sorry, in the execution plan section, you can provide a clear outline often of the execution of your proposed idea. What you are proposing in the execution, you should have a clear idea about execution. You should be confident enough that whatever you are proposing, you can execute those ideas. Okay, and you can write down this in your execution plan section. Next is cost estimate. This is very important part. So in the cost estimate section, you can provide information regarding the expenses. uh, Suppose your proposal is regarding um, about the purchasing of a land. Okay, so here you can um, provide information regarding the expenses of purchasing the land and the equipments and all, and if any other other expenses required while you will execute your planning. So all the expenses you can mention here in the cost estimate section. If any raw material required or expenses in transportation and all, so whatever expenses required, you can mention here in the cost estimate section. You can write down, you can write down a chart there, and you can provide specific information. You can see here the sample. Wait. Hmm. Hmm. In the technical aspects, you can go through whatever we have discussed regarding technical section. Here in the technical aspect section, you can see land plan, machinery details, raw materials required, and then cost estimate. You can see here total budget estimate in rupees. So here you can see electricity setup, raw materials, machinery, advertising on products. So you have to, in this way, you have to provide total budget estimate. Hmm. Here you can find a detailed cost estimate written. You can go through so that you can get idea how to write a technical proposal. Finally, conclusion. While writing conclusion, you can focus on the execution of your proposed idea, of your proposal, because if your proposal seems realistic, that means you can execute your planning, you can execute your proposal, right? So because remember that there will be so many other proposals also. you are not the only one, right? So there will be other proposals also